But this is a classy video, so I should be like classy. It is fall 2019, and guess what? If you haven't gotten the memo yet, animal print is so in. I thought I would come up with 8 classy ways to wear animal print this fall. Or really any time of year. Doesn't have to be fall. But before we get into all that, if we haven't met yet, I'm Jules. If you're like me and you like fashion, style, and shopping, then we should totally be friends. I upload 1 to 2 videos every week, so please consider subscribing to stay up to date on the latest trends, like animal print. So for number 1, I wanted to get some quick ground rules in for number 1. Those 2 rules are, the first one is whatever outfit you're wearing, only have rule number 1, piece of animal print. Animal print is like salt. If you put too much on, you're going to ruin your outfit. Don't try to match your python, don't try to match your leopard print, and for goodness sakes, do not mix the animals. They like to just be on their own. Rule number 2, and this is because this is a classy video. Like, we're being trendy, but we're also being super classy. And so that is to stick to neutral animal prints. Right now, the whole neon craze is still a thing, and so you're seeing like neon python and hot pink leopard, and those are all well and good, and if that's your style, great. But for classy outfits, I don't think that really hits the mark. Okay, so as we go through these different ways, I'm going to get more and more complex. So make sure to stick around for the end for the most complex way to wear animal print. So the second way you can wear animal print is in your shoes. It just takes an ordinary outfit and boom, it makes it super trendy and fashionable. But then I also have some shoes that have accents of animal print. I have kind of these nude boots that have buckles in python, which is super cute, and it totally matches the nude part of the boot. So I'll link those ones down below. They're really inexpensive. But again, this is also where it's really helpful to have neutral animal prints, because then you can add them to literally any outfit and it just makes them that much more classy. And so for number 3, we have belts. Belts are such an easy way to add just a little touch of trend or class, or just they complete an outfit. In a similar vein to this, think of like the Gucci belt. You see them all over Instagram. That kind of like adding that little touch of designer to an outfit just totally classes it up. The same thing works for animal print. Definitely go for a thinner versus a thicker belt, a really understated buckle. The animal print is going to be doing a lot of the talking, so you don't need the belt to be doing a whole lot more. All right, now that we're moving on to number 4, we're getting a little more complicated, because now we're going to add an animal print in a small handbag. The moment you start getting into larger handbags that are majorly animal print, that's when the animal print seems overwhelming. And so for this, I really recommend going more towards the clutches, really small handbags that either have hints of animal print or are full animal print. But for like bigger handbags, and this could apply to smaller ones too, but we haven't even talked about this one animal print that could work for bigger handbags, is like crocodile or like a reptile skin. It's so subtle, it's more of a texture versus a color. So you can add it in bigger ways, so it just adds texture to your outfit rather than a full-on pattern. And so next we have tops. So if that's tees or blouses or whatever you're wearing as a top. And we sort of touched on this when we talked about having a handbag that was too big and having too much animal print. Well, the same can go for tops. But a lot of times you need to cut down on the animal print that's showing. So you can wear a shirt, but wear something over it, whether it's a coat, a jacket, a sweater, something so that there's just less area of the animal print. It will be more flattering on you, and it will just look a little classier to have that finishing touch. Now there are a couple exceptions to this rule. So if it's a collared shirt where you can roll up the sleeves, that kind of helps cut down on the animal print. But probably what I would recommend more is to have a really subtle animal print, like a cheetah, because then it's more like a polka dot and it's not as overwhelming, it's not as colorful. But cheetah is just such a beautiful animal print, and it's so classy. And so to have it on a bigger scale, because it's so simple, works. Different shirts will work differently on different frames and on different people and with different kind of wardrobes and styles. So find what works for you, but be really careful that the shirt you're wearing, if it's animal print, isn't overwhelming you. Okay, so for number 6, this is like one of my new favorite ways to wear animal print, and that is to wear animal print on your bottom half. And so like skirts or pants, there are so many cute ones out there, and they can definitely be a little bit of a trendier look. And so it's really important to have the right finishing touches to complete the outfit before walking out the door. What I've learned from wearing some of these animal print bottoms is to pair the tops with just your most classy, expensive looking tops. And I find like sweaters work really well, or like mock turtlenecks. And you want them to be inexpensive colors, like in space expensive, not inexpensive. So like blacks or creams or whites, tans, these are like your really rich, expensive looking colors. And so the challenge for this one, you know, with a tee, if we were having overwhelming animal print, we were able to throw on a jacket or a sweater to kind of cut down on all of the animal print going on. On your bottom half, you really don't have that option. You can't just like put on a coat over just your bottom half. And so that's why it's really important that everything else that you're wearing is in one of those colors that matches the animal print and looks extra expensive. But also with this, to keep the look classy, pick animal print bottoms that are flowy, not tight. Like tight animal print bottoms, like either pants or skirts, they're not gonna be as classy as like a flowy skirt or like paper bag pants. There are a lot of ways to cheapen animal print, and in my opinion, tight animal print is one of them. Okay, so for number 7, we are going straight to the, well, in my opinion, it's not the hardest one, it's the second hardest one, and that is animal print dresses. I think the right animal print dress can look so beautiful and classy and elegant, but if done wrong, it can go really, really bad. So here are a few tricks when picking out an animal print dress to make sure it looks classy and elegant. And so the first one is to not pick a maxi dress. And for that one, it doesn't matter how tall or short you are, animal print in a maxi dress is just usually really overwhelming. The second one is, again, to not have an animal print that is too tight. Kind of like the last one, the tighter the animal print, the cheaper it can look. And then the third one, which I think is the most important, is to pick an animal print that is low contrast. This shirt that I'm wearing is a high contrast animal print. We have a light background with a very black animal print. When you're having a larger area or your entire body in one animal print, that's where you want to go for like the pythons that are gray and tan together, because then there's not as much contrast and it's not as like in your face. So I think in way number 5, we talked about how having a tee can be overwhelming to your top half. And so to cut it down by wearing like a jacket or a blazer, well, what if that jacket or a blazer is animal print? So there are some key but very subtle differences on making sure your cardigan or jacket or coat that is in a leopard print, making sure that it's still classy. My general rule for this is the bigger the outerwear item is on you, the less intense the animal print should be. So if it's a small little just normal size blazer, you can go a little bit higher contrast and a proportional animal print size. But as the jacket gets bigger, the focus of the animal print should fade out. So think of leopard for a second. The farther away you get from it, the kind of blurrier and less defined it should be. There should be less contrast. But if you are getting like a smaller blazer or a cardigan that is a little bit higher contrast, the rule for that one is to keep the rest of your outfit very, 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 very basic and very, very, very minimal. If you have a bag on your shoulder, then keep it a very simple bag with not a lot of hardware. Your blazer slash outerwear will be doing all that distraction for you if it's a smaller, more intense print. So fall shopping and fall trends are some of my favorite things about this time of year. And I've already done a few hauls from some great places and bought some amazing pieces. So I'm gonna link one of those hauls right here for you to watch, and another video I think you're really gonna like. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in one of these videos right here. Bye!